What's up, everyone? Welcome into DodgerHeads, presented by DodgerBlue.com, part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network. My name is Jeff Spiegel, joined today by Blake Williams, and we're talking a bit of unfortunate news for the Dodgers, which is Michael Grove, starting pitcher, leaving Thursday night's game early with a right groin strain. Reports are that he will be headed to the injured list. Blake, the Dodgers starting pitching, Tony Gonsolin misses the beginning. Pepio's supposed to take his spot. He's hurt. Now Michael Grove is hurt. Where do the Dodgers go from here?
Yeah, so the good news is they have Tony Gonsolin working in rehab games already through 57 pitches in his last outing. So they were hoping to get him one more start in AAA, but I think they're going to let him make his next start at the major league level on a limited pitch count, maybe like 70, 75 pitches. So the timing works out okay. They would have liked to have him go more in an actual rehab start, but this is kind of the state of their pitching staff right now.
How do you feel? I mean, how do you feel about Gonsolin? Obviously, this is the guy who was supposed to start the season, but it's a guy who's had some injury risks. Like, is there any concern about rushing him back, maybe a start before they would have liked to?
I don't think so because it was an ankle injury originally for him. It's not something with the arm where you have to be concerned about it too much going forward. And as long as they're limiting his pitch count, it's not too much different than a normal rehab start. Might be a little higher effort, but I don't think there's too much concern there. The main thing is it's not an arm injury he's coming back from, so there's not a huge risk to re-injuring it. It was a sprained ankle that just took a little longer to heal, and then he had to build himself back up to get ready.
The other two names that I'm sure people are going to be asking about are Gavin Stone, one of the Dodgers' top pitching prospects, who is down at AAA, has made a handful of starts, 4 to be exact. Hasn't been a super successful start to his AAA career down there for Stone, but that would be one name. And the other is Andre Jackson, a guy who, for most of his outings, his first 3 outings looked pretty good for the Dodgers. I would say his fourth outing kind of got hung out to dry there a little bit. 2 innings, 4 home runs, 5 earned, gets sent down, gets called back up. He has thrown as many as 55 pitches in that last one. Like, are Stone or Jackson viable options, or do you think it's, if you had to bet your money, it would be pretty clearly on Gonsolin as the heavy favorite?
I would bet on Gonsolin as the heavy favorite. I think Jackson could be an option, but he still has been limited pitch count wise. He's not built up as a starter. I know he made 55 pitches, but that's still less than Gonsolin did, and Gonsolin continued to throw in the bullpen after his start. So he's clearly built up more. And then with Stone, he hasn't been pitching too well at AAA. I don't think you want to rush your top prospect or one of your top prospects back or up to the level. And he's not on the 40 man yet either. So they'd have to make a move, DFA someone and get him on. And I don't think they'd want to do that just for 1 start or 2 starts even.
Yeah, it's worth noting for Gonsolin, by the way, he struck out 7 in the rehab outing that he had in just under 4 innings. So not only did he get that pitch count, as you said, 57 pitches, which is, that's a pretty solid number if you're building off of that. Like you said, if you can get up to 65, maybe even touching 70 pitches, that's 3-4 innings, which is plenty for the guy who's supposed to be your 5th starter, even if the Dodgers are in this stretch of 10 games in 10 days. But the success is a positive. So often, Blake, you see these guys go down on rehab assignment. It's like, oh, he finished his rehab assignment. How'd it go? He gave up 6 earned runs in 3 innings, and it's just sort of like, who cares? Well, it's nice to see him go down to AAA Oklahoma City, strike out 7 batters, 6 of them via the splitter. That's a positive outlook for Tony Gonsolin. And so we'll see. I mean, the Dodgers, obviously coming off of a big win on Thursday night, James Outman kind of the hero in that one, would like to get some momentum going. I think having your dream opening day starting rotation finally back, if Tony Gonsolin is the decision, would be a positive for the Dodgers. But obviously, again, the sad news of today is that Michael Grove expected to go on the injured list with a right groin strain. So we'll see how much time he ends up missing there. That is Blake. My name is Jeff. As always, thank you for joining us here on Dodger Heads, presented by DodgerBlue.com. Enjoy the rest of your day and go Dodgers.